Welcome to the Teresa Harding Podcast, where you will learn from one of the top leaders in the network marketing industry. Teresa Harding has grown her team to over millions of people. She's grown online and she's grown offline, and now she's ready to show you the secrets. So get ready to change the way you think. She truly cares about the success of her team and the people that she teaches. So get ready to learn the tips, tricks, and secrets that will allow you to grow a successful business in the 21st century.
I'm Teresa Harding, and this is the Teresa Harding Podcast. This podcast is for people who know that this industry is not about the network marketer anymore. It's about the people we serve and the change we can make in other people's lives. It's about the entrepreneur inside of each of us who's trying to find our voice. It's for the people who want to change the world and are looking for the most powerful way to make that happen. But what we are talking about today is a very simple concept, but it is extremely important. So I'm going to keep this short because I want you to remember what we talked about, and I want you to keep this in your mind. Every single item that you add to your offer needs to be the next thing they need. So for example, if your product is that you are teaching them how to train a horse, if that is your product, once you're teaching them how to train a horse, now maybe the next thing they need is the tools that they're going to need in order to train their horse. So the second item on your offer list might be the list of the items that they need and where to get them, the best price, the best quality. And so I might say, but guess what? I'm also going to give you a list of the items that you are going to need, every single tool you need to train your horse, and I have them set up in three separate categories. The first category is if you're a beginner and you don't want to go buy a whole bunch of expensive stuff. These are the bare minimum, exactly what you need, and the lowest quality that I can find anywhere for the quality that you need. At least, they're good enough quality for what you need. The second category is for the intermediate, the person who has been training horses. You're pretty good. Maybe you already have some of the tools. Maybe you have enough money that you can go buy the things that you need. This is for intermediate. And then I've got the category for advanced, all the tools that you are going to want. If it was me and I was going to go train horses and I was new, but I could afford to get this stuff, I have my horses, I am ready to go, and I'm all in. These are the things you're going to want. This is where you're going to want to get them. By the way, you can make sure that you do affiliates with every single product that you link them to, if they need to go buy a product that is not your product. So look into doing affiliate marketing with those people. And even if they don't have affiliate marketing, sometimes they'll set it up with you. So keep that in mind. But the most important thing when you're creating your offer, don't just throw things in. Don't just throw everything in willy-nilly, okay? Let's say you're giving, like if I'm going to do chapstick, it doesn't always have to have a reason, but for the most part, you absolutely need to be giving them value. So if I'm giving chapstick, it's because I'm selling something to hunters. And one of the things they're going to need is chapstick, because their lips get dry and they're out in the woods. Then the next thing they might need is a bug repellent or whatever it is, that you make sure it fits the product that you are selling. You're selling a product. Now give them the next thing they need. The next thing they need might be instructions on how to use it, but don't say, I'm going to give you instructions on how to use it. That's boring. Find an exciting way to couch that material. For example, I'm going to give you an ebook that has the recipes for this and this and this, that shows you exactly what to do with your horse when the horse acts like this or when the horse acts like that. And what's going to happen as soon as they start doing the different things that you've taught them to do? Let's say you've sold them the info course on how to train their horse. Well, now that they know, that's all exciting. If your stuff is good, they're going to get results. They're going to start seeing results. But what's the first thing that's going to happen? As soon as they start training their horse, they're going to run into problems that the horse acts a certain way. And if you know what you're doing, you know exactly the problems they're going to run into. So, and guess what? The best way to find out what your people are going to need, ask them. Ask your group. Say, you guys, like for example, for me, we have a health product. You guys know that. I can go to my team. I can go to my private Facebook groups. I can say, you guys, when you are trying to train your new leaders, what are the top 5 problems that you run into? the top 5 things that are issues for you and that kind of thing. And then I might even have another Q&A day where I say, okay, so tell me how, like, let's say I've got now the top 5 problems. One of them is they don't have enough money. Okay, so then I go to my group and I say, you guys, when, these are the top 5 things that you guys gave me. And I want to know, for those of you who have dealt with this and you've dealt with it successfully, tell me how you've handled it. Because guess what? They will actually help you write your content for you because they're excited. They've learned something amazing. And this is a great way to find out people that you're going to want to interview. I'll tell you what, I was at an event a couple of weeks ago. It was a few weeks ago now. And the woman who walked up to me, she just hit a good rank in our company where you have to work hard to hit that rank. She hasn't been doing it crazy long. And she walks up to me. She has a cane. She's elderly. And I'm so impressed. And I said, I want to know how you did this. And so we're talking and she's telling me, and the more she talks, the more impressed I am. She's following the training that we have. She's done exactly what she's supposed to do. She used a tool that we are starting to use that she can show the stats that prove that it works. So if we start using it and we start training our people to use it, which is our plan, then guess what? She's going to be a huge one to advocate that with us and help make sure that people are doing this because that's what's going to bring them success. So I'm thinking, wow, I want to interview this woman. And then as we're talking, her daughter tells me, her daughter is standing right there. And her daughter tells me this: I started building the business because I've watched my mom, and my mom is, she walks with a cane. She's 80 something years old. I don't know. I can't remember her exact age. I think she was 82 or 86 or something like that. Maybe she was 90. I don't even remember, but she was elderly. She said she's in this situation, and she's blind. And if she can do it, then that gives me confidence that I can do it. And I looked at the woman and I said, you are blind. Okay, you guys, that's probably not the most politically correct thing to say to someone who is blind. I said, you are blind? And she nods her head because the way she looked at me did not look like that. There was a little bit of time where she didn't look exactly at me, but she did such a good job looking at me, just like it was a normal conversation. And she said, yes, I am. And I'm thinking, okay, you're like 20% blind in one eye or something. I said, how much blind? I said, how blind are you? And by then, of course, we'd become, we'd clicked. And so it was okay that we were talking like this. And she was laughing and she was enjoying it. And I was just amazed. She is totally blind. She's blind. And she's been building this business and she doesn't let anything get in her way. And I said, I need to interview you. I want to interview you on my podcast and probably in my Facebook group, whatever. And she totally agreed to do it. I got her contact information. I am telling you, you guys, when you care about other people, you will find people who are amazing, who are going to help you add value for other people. So as you are building your offer, just remember, add value. Make sure you're always adding value, something that they really need. Not just something that you're going, oh, okay, well, I've got Skype calls on here, so I'll just throw that in. Don't do it like that. Do it where, really, truly think. Honestly, I'll tell you, this is what I do. This is what I do. Of course, ours is a health product, so you need to think of it in terms of what your product is. Like if you're a chiropractor, if you do e-commerce, I don't care what it is. But mine is a health product. You want to know what I do? I think if it was my daughter and they were dying from this health challenge, what do they need? What do they need next? And what do they need right now? Because when I think of it like that, then I'm thinking, okay, now I really care. Now I'm trying to figure out what you really need, not just the fluff. And guess what? Sometimes what people need includes some of the fluff because it makes them feel special. I'll tell you what, when I was diagnosed with my breast cancer and I went into the doctor and they were helping me with this stuff, I walked out of there and they had given me this packet that some people had put together, some charitable organization or whatever, they had put together this packet for people with breast cancer. And it had It had some, like a blanket, a homemade blanket that someone had made that was kind of a cozy. It had pamphlets that were informational for places that you could go to be in groups to get help or whatever if you needed, kind of like a support group. It had a bean bag, one of those sewn corn bags or whatever that you can put in your microwave to let you warm it up so that you can put it on the back of your neck. Just thoughtful things. And those you could call fluff. I don't need a heater bag, microwave heated bag for my breast cancer. But you want to know what? I need a microwave heated bag for my breast cancer because that made me feel loved. And I didn't even know these people. And I also know they're making 100 of these kits all the time for anybody. But it felt special for me at a time when I was scared, at a time when it was hard. And so just remember, as you're putting your offers together, these things matter. Make sure that you're caring about your customer more than you care about you. So you guys go rock it out of the park with these offers. And that is so not the wrong, that's so the wrong phrasing. But you know what I mean. I want you to go kill it. And in our next episode is the one where I am going to share with you the different ways that you can do this. You can get these offer items for really cheap or totally free, and that is what's going to blow your mind. So join me in the next episode. Would love your guys' reviews. Let us know how we're doing, because if it's a great review, it totally helps us and it helps our ratings. If it's a bad review and you need help, then be nice about it, but let us know, because then it will help us know how to help you. All right, thanks for joining, and I'll talk to you in the next episode. Bye.